has been made by this majority for no reason other than bare-knuckle politics. That is why I'm taking the unusual step of making this very public statement, and I will have these comments posted on the city's website at my page so there is never any misunderstanding as to the magnitude of this decision and the magnitude of this mistake being made here tonight. Thank you.
I'll take the time to say something now as well. I didn't prepare a speech or a writing for this resolution. And I want to say, with respect to Vesey, this isn't really anything towards you or about you or anything like that. So, but I didn't have a speech. I just want to read something. Since everybody at home, I guess, wanted this to be public, I think I can go ahead and be transparent about it. Statement says, my good friend Colin Smith, president of the school board serving his second term, when others took high-paying jobs in government or private law firms in New York City, Colin stayed right here in Peekskill to serve our community. Although he is active in one political party, and I am not welcome there for political reasons, he has held true to his principles and never makes it personal or nasty. Peekskill, homegrown, raised and educated, he has practiced law honorably and ethically and has become a true friend. There is a vacancy in the position of Associate City Court Judge, and based on the applications I have seen come over my desk, none come close to the character, integrity, intellect, broad experience, and other qualifications of Colin Smith, period. That's why I will move his name by resolution to be appointed to the demanding position. He's the right person for that spot at the right time. I urge my common council to support their fellow Democrat, not because he's a Democrat, but because he's the best choice. No, he is a perfect choice. I urge all citizens to contact Drew Claxton, Vivian McKenzie, and Andre Rainey to support this choice. The first one of them to do so will be the deciding vote, as Mr. Smith has my support as well as Councilman Vesey and Torres. We want all their votes. And Torres. We want all their votes to show the community bilateral support in doing the right thing for our city. But who will ensure this appointment? I have a hunch, but urge all citizens to contact them to support Colin Smith for city court. If anyone's going to come up here and say anybody played politics, it's not going to be one or the other side. If he, in this statement, said that he voted and he convinced the other two councilmen, Torres and Vesey, to support Colin Smith, I supported Colin Smith as well. There would be no need for all of this. But that was a lie, which a lot of it is going on here. I knew Colin personally for years. I worked with Colin. I've seen what he's done, what he's doing, what he's done for this city. And the same thing for Melissa. That's all I have to say.
I move to amend the resolution to insert the name of Colin Smith in place of Lizette Fernandez. Do I have a second? Seconded by Vinnie Vesey. All those in favor? Let's do a roll call vote on the amendment.
Do you have something to say first before we move along?
I didn't hear.
I'm sorry.
Is this on the amendment?
No.
Well, you can talk, but let's do the vote on this since we have a second. We'll do a roll call vote. This is to amend the resolution to insert Colin Smith's name in place of Lizette Fernandez.
Unfortunately, Colin withdrew his name because of all the politicization of this. Unfortunately...
Well, you can vote no if you want to, but I just thought I heard somebody say, I thought I heard Councilman Rainey say something, so let's see if he really means what he says.
Oh,
let's do a roll call vote on that.
Unbelievable.
Having a roll call vote on the amendment, not on the actual amendment, but to amend it.
Yeah.
To amend.
Deputy Mayor Claxton?
What?
Yes or no?
On amending the resolution.
It's a ridiculous amendment. He has withdrawn his name and has not even come into the interview at this point, so no.
So you don't want to put it up for a vote. Okay. Next.
Councilman McKenzie? No. Councilman Rainey?
No.
Councilman Calvert?
No, for the same reasons that Drew stated.
Councilman Torres?
Yes.
Councilman Vesey?
Yes.
Mayor Catalina?
Yes. Okay, funds like Councilman Rainey, saying what you just said and then making that vote. You should think about what you say before you say it. You just got called out.
Trust me.
That's being called out.
Trust me.
Okay,
Well,
live and learn.
Mayor,
Very well,
Colin, you know that Colin withdrew his,
You don't know how he'll react when his city calls upon him to serve, he will serve. And I just heard somebody said, I agree with everything in that, I will support him,
there's
I would
something about
support him.
lawyers and all
And
this
the opportunity
grandstanding,
came,
I gotta tell
the
you.
opportunity came, this councilman is full of talk. When the time came, the action came, and with the vote speaks louder than the talk.
So, wait. So are you saying that I didn't support? What are you saying?
Trumps what? The vote trumps the rhetoric.
Let's talk.
Your vote trumps the rhetoric.
Let's talk. Who? So can we state who did support it? Since my vote caused it.
You wanted Colin Smith. You said I would support Colin Smith.
He
I
did.
gave you the opportunity.
He
I just gave you that opportunity and you voted
No,
no.
you tried to entrap him in something.
I didn't try to
Yes, they did, and that's exactly
You're
what
right.
we're
I
talking
tried to
about. For those
entrap
at
him
home, That's
with his
exactly
own
what we're
words.
talking about. All of this stuff is getting
tried to entrap
way
him.
taken out of proportion. It's
Right.
a whole bunch of lying, a bunch of manipulation, and using people against their own people for what reasons?
Using
We're
people
not
against
getting
their
at
own
it.
people, whatever that means. I entrapped you
Some
with your
understand.
own words. You said he was your guy. You would vote for him, and you were given the opportunity,
And I
you
did.
not.
Yeah, apparently.
I did.
Your vote
did not.
trumps your rhetoric, Councilman. Be careful.
He would have said.
vote for him.
He knows that.
He wrote this and he put these two in the middle of it, and then
I
when it
think what
came up for a
happened was
vote,
very clear.
he didn't even show up to vote.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are we ready to vote on the resolution at hand?
No, I-
Or do we want more rhetoric?
Do you want, okay, I'm gonna state my opinion because I enthusiastically support the longtime Peekskill resident, Melissa Lear, for the part-time position of the city judge. This will be an appointment of the first woman judge in Peekskill's history, and Ms. Lear's qualifications ensure that she will be knowledgeable, fair, and an ethical jurist to sit on the bench and join Judge Johnson. I understand, Mayor, that you say it's unusual that you read your statements. However, you have done this a number of times for this particular candidate, also when she was taking the ethics, when she was appointed to the ethics board. But Ms. Lear has 20 years of experience working as a public defender in the Bronx and has dedicated her life to working for justice and representing economically disadvantaged persons, the majority of whom are African American and Latino. We believe that she will bring a sensitivity to the bench that is needed in our city and that she is an excellent candidate for this position. Some will disagree, and though we respect everyone's right to their own opinion, we don't agree. First, according to the charter, the appointment of the city judge is a council appointment, and like all appointments, the council reviewed a large number of resumes and settled on 5 people to interview. The process that Councilman Rainey was speaking about was all the council people were to submit their top names. And if your 3 folks had submitted their top names, the candidate that we were just discussing would have been at the top of the list. That didn't happen. So unfortunately, early in the process, before the council even received candidate resumes for review, the mayor reviewed the resumes privately and then went to the press to champion one candidate and to publicly attack another, Ms. Lear. Once the council received the resumes, the mayor made numerous public statements regarding 2 different candidates, stating that each was the only candidate out of all the resumes he reviewed who he considered to be qualified for this position. Neither of those candidates are selected on this agenda tonight. But the mayor's actions, in my opinion, were both improper and unprofessional. His politicization of this process resulted in one qualified attorney withdrawing his name from consideration after stating in the press that Ms. Lear was, in fact, quote, extremely qualified, unquote, for the position of city judge. Only after the firestorm that this all created did we finally receive the resumes and were able to begin the actual interview process. We interviewed 5 candidates, and as can occur, there is a difference of opinion. Again, Ms. Lear brings 20 years of experience to our bench, years dedicated,
10 years. Let's not make it.
20
She passed the bar in 2002. I
years.
have a resume here if you'd like to see it.
Years dedicated to ensuring justice for economically disadvantaged people. Again, we believe that she will bring the sensitivity to the bench that we need here in Peekskill, and we stand by our decision to appoint her as judge.
Well, I have the resume here. It's 2002, and that's not 20 years. And you are entitled to your opinion, and you're entitled to your facts. And you're not entitled to your fact, you're entitled to your fiction. And I guess fiction trumps facts in this room, but... Okay, anybody else? Joe, you have anything to say?
I just want to say that I joined this council hopefully that we would get the best candidate for a judge, and people come to us and they ask us to do the best job we can. And I can tell you from sitting in these interviews that Ms. Fernandez was no doubt the best candidate for this job, hands down. If you look at the resumes on both sides, she was well-spoken, she was well-balanced, I felt. And I think, you know, tonight is a political thing that they're going to put this girl in. She's going to make $80,000 a year for 1 day a week to be a judge, all right? So it's a political favor. Her father's a Supreme Court judge.
That is not
And this is a
correct.
political payback to take care of someone that was part of the Democratic Party. So this is politics as usual. So when November comes and they tell you positively Peekskill, you remember on November how positive they are when they promise you the world and they don't do it.
Well, I think we should go back and see what people do that are unethical as well. You have a lot of
Well,
nerve to
listen,
talk
I'm not
about
voting
stuff
for a
that's
judge that's not
ridiculous.
qualified tonight, so.
Yeah, well, really, you shouldn't do work for the
Right.
city either. and get
Let's
paid.
just move forward.
All right, let's go.
You don't want to bring up ethics again, do you?
Yes,
Oh,
she does.
Not here.
definitely, 'cause
Yes,
Please.
folks sitting here are not ethical, and you know where you
All
are.
right.
long on rhetoric, short on facts. All right, let's
Okay.
do the,
But I'm
let's do
good
the
on
roll
truth,
call
and
vote.
that's what you're far away from. So remember
That's
that.
true on truth,
Well,
too.
this is resolution 6, we're doing a roll call for it, right?
We
Whatever
did
that
do
means.
5.
Okay,
The amendment didn't fail, so you have to consider the
okay,
J5 as is.
all right.
5. Deputy Mayor Claxton, I abstain.
Councilman McKenzie,
Abstain.
Councilman Rainey,
Abstain.
Councilman Calvin,
Abstain.
Councilman Torres,
Yes.
Councilman Bessie,
Yes.
Mayor Connolly.
Yes.
No guts.
Resolution 6. Mr. Vesey, please.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve Resolution J6 as written.
Second.
Pursuant to Section C16 of the Peekskill City Charter and 2104D of the Uniform City Court Act, this Common Council is empowered to appoint a part-time Assistant City Court Judge to the Peekskill City Court. This Common Council desires to make such appointment to the statutory term of 6 years, and by this resolution, appoint Melissa Lear Esquire to part-time City Assistant Judge to the City of Peekskill Court. Whereas pursuant to Section C16 of the Peekskill City Charter and 2104D of the Uniform City Court, the Common Council is empowered to appoint the part-time city judge. Common Council wishes to appoint the part-time assistant city judge to Peekskill City Court for a statutory term of 6 years. Melissa Lear is an attorney admitted to practice law in the state of New York for at least 5 years. As of the date, she shall commence the duties of office. And Melissa Lear is a resident of the City of Peekskill, Westchester County, New York. Section C16 of the Charter of the City of Peekskill provides that the appointment of the Common
His body
Council as
language is
Assistant
just
City Judge
amazing.
shall commence on the
He's
first day of
freaking out.
January following such appointment. And now therefore be it resolved
You
that
can see this
Melissa Lear
online.
Esquire is hereby appointed as part-time
City of Peekskill.
Assistant City Judge to the City of Peekskill Court to a term to commence on January 1st, 2017 and expire on December 31st, 2022. Mr. Mayor.
Call for a roll call vote on that. Ms. Beach, please.
Deputy Mayor Claxton,
Aye.
Councilman McKenzie,
Yes.
Councilman Rainey,
Yes.
Councilman Calvin,
Yes.
Councilman Torres,
No.
Councilman Bessie,
Nope.
Mayor Connolly.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go to Resolution 6.
Seven.
I'm sorry,
7.
Resolution 7. Councilman Rainey.
I move we approve resolution J7 as written.
Second.
This resolution, the current agreement with the SPCA, also known as the Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals of Westchester, expires December 31st, 2016. The SPCA has submitted a new agreement to continue this contract for 1 year, commencing January 1st, 2017 and ending December 31st, 2017. A copy of this agreement is attached, and I believe will be